Alright, we're up bright and early for paper 2, morning of 4th of June 2020. Okay, let's just get started then. Let's start. Center number 8008 S5, I mean. Candidate number, I wrote 2 last time, so let's just stick with 2. Right. 3x when I was a kid, I didn't even have a signature. Alright, you are allowed to calculate it, so I'm going to use Windows Calculator for this. I think it's good enough. It has sines and cosines and all that. Time allowed 1 hour 30 minutes. Use black ink. Alright. Ready? Let's begin. Start the timer. Answer all questions in the spaces provided. Which of these is a correct identity? Circle your answer. X. What? What am I looking at? Okay, left one. It's I mean, they're using a 3-lined equals. I don't know what they mean by that, but it is actually equal. 5x equals 5x, so... What weird question. Alright. Circle the reason why these triangles are congruent. Oh, it's congruency rules. I don't remember these. Well, it's sides... Okay, I guess it's SAS because it's side angle side. But I don't remember these rules. But at least they've listed them here. So if later on I need the rules, I can go back to this question to see them listed. Circle the number that is written in standard form. So it's this one, isn't it? Because it's 1 unit in front of the decimal place. I think so. Circle the expression that has the largest value when a is less than -1. So if it's negative and you square it, it's going to be positive. Everything else is going to be negative, so it's going to be that one. Okay. The time students spent watching TV was recorded. The table shows the average daily time per student each year from 2012 to 2019. So it's gone down over the years. That's not surprising. Complete the graph. Okay. So we've got... So we want to do 2016, 113. All right. 2016, 100. So that's 112. So 113 is there. So 2017, 100. Well, that's easy enough. And then 90, and then 82. 100, 90, 82. So we've got 100, 90, 82. There's a missing line there. And we want to connect these up. Okay, imagine I had a ruler. Use the graph to estimate the average daily time per student in 2020. So 2020. So let's say we continue the line to about here. Let's say that's about 72. Work out the highest common factor of 75 and 105. Okay. So, well, they both divide 5. So what happens if 5 times what's left? 13? 15, I mean. And that one is 5 times 21. So it's 3 times 5 squared, and this one is 3 times 5 times 7. So the highest common factor is 3 times 5. Yep. All right. Here is the graph. Minus x squared minus 7x plus 10 for values values of x from 0 to 7. Write down the roots. 2 and 5. Does that work? So 2 squared, 4, minus 14, minus 10 plus 10. Yeah, and 5 is 25 minus 35 plus 10. Yeah. Write down the x-coordinate of the turning point of the curve. It's going to be halfway between 2 and 5, so 3.5. You can use calculus to work it out. But it's symmetric because it's an even function, so you know for sure it's 3.5. At the party there are 90 people. 48 are women, 42 are men. How many are non-binary? We don't have that data. Well, 0. Some women leave, some men arrive. The ratio of women to men is now 10 to 11. What? What? Are there now more than 90 people at the party? So initially, we got 48 to 42. which is the same as 12 to... No. 24 to 21, which is the same as 8 to 7. Okay. So we decrease the number of women and we increase the number of men until the ratio of women to men is now 10 to 11. So there are now more men than women. I don't understand this. Why don't we just start doing some algebra? Maybe the answer will come from the algebra. So, let's say some women leave, X leave, and Y arrive. So now we've got 48 minus X and 42 plus Y. Okay. And the ratio of women to men is now 10 to 11. So if we... So 48 minus X times 11 equals 42 plus Y times 10. That's what we've got. What does... What... Okay. So we can work out something like Y might... I don't know. I don't understand this at all. So the total number of people at the party now are 90 minus X plus Y. So the question is it positive or negative? All right, so we can probably find that out. So we just expand 48 times 11 minus 11X equals 420 plus 10Y. So that basically gives us a formula for Y in terms of X, doesn't it? So Y equals 48 times 11 minus 420 minus 11. 11x equals 10y. Alright, calculator. What's 48 times 11 minus 400? $128. Not bad for beans. 128 minus 11x equals 10y. So y equals 12.8 minus 1.1x. So what does this tell us? y minus x. There is a 420 in the calculations. They clearly did that on purpose. Equals 12.8 minus 2.1x. So that is the question is this positive or negative? Well, for it to be 0, we would need x equals 12.8 over 2.1. Which is what? I'm spending too long on this question, aren't I? About 6.0. About 6.09. So it's saying that if the turning point is at x equals 6.09, so when x is 6 or when x is 7, this actually changes the value of y minus x from positive to negative. Maths 2, there's 3 papers. There's 1 non-calculator and 2 calculator papers as part of the mathematics GCSE. Nevertheless, there are more than 1 maths GCSE. I took additional maths as a kid. There's also statistics, and there might be others, which is a separate GCSE. But maybe I'll do that as well. I don't know. So I think I've basically proven that y minus x can vary between positive and negative, so cannot tell. But this was a really obscure argument. I think there was probably a simpler reason for this. I need to write something, so y minus x is sometimes positive, sometimes negative. Here is a cuboid. Assume the total surface area of the cuboid is 200 centimeters cubed, squared. Work out the volume of the cuboid. So, okay, this side is 25 centimeters squared. This one is 5y. And so is this one. So it's 2 times 25 plus 4 times 5y, because there's 4 of those sides, equals 50 plus 20y equals 200. So y equals 150 over 20, 7.5. So the volume is 25 y equals 25 times 7.5. Just have that in the calculator. 187.5. Centimeters cubed. Okay. In fact, the total surface area of the cuboid is smaller than 200 centimeters squared. What does that mean about the volume of the cuboid? What? The total surface area of the cuboid is smaller than 200 centimeters. So that would mean y would be a smaller number divided by 20. So y would be smaller. So the volume would be smaller. Yeah, the surface area is smaller, the volume is smaller. Yeah, I don't see any trick there. Alright, Alex and Bev sat 6 tests, each with 50 marks. The table shows their mean percentages after 5 tests. After all 6 tests, their mean percentages were equal. In the 6th test, Alex scored 24 out of 50. Work out Bev's score out of 50. Where did I get these questions from? This is paper. You can get them from the AQA website. They only have up till 2020 because 2021 is used for the mocks in schools this year, so that we don't have access to them yet. But you can the latest ones you can get 2020, along with the mark scheme. Alright, Alex and Bev sat 6 tests, each with 50 marks. The table shows their mean percentages after 5 tests. So let's work out their total marks for 5 tests. So, percentages, so it's 60% of... Wait. So okay, fine. It'll be 60% of 250. Sure, this is easy to calculate by eye, but I can't be bothered. Come on. Stupid calculator. 250 times 0.6. 150. Of course it's 150. It's 3/5. Alright, Bev 52% of 250 equals, okay, 250 times 0.52 equals 130. So in the 6th test, Alex scored 24 out of 50. So for 6 tests total, Alex is 174. Bev, unknown. Let's say Bev is 130 plus X. Equal. By the way, Bad for Beans, this is I'm only taking spoilers like after the test is over. Then I'm gonna go after the mark scheme. So if I make any mistakes, like, you can just let me make them. It'll be more amusing. Yeah, I mean everything, like even reiterating the question. But if you tell me to do something, then I can't do it because that would be cheating. So you're not helping me by telling me to reread the question. So it's an unknown that will mark as X, and we want to find what X is. Because that's the final score. So they're equal percentages out of 300. So that means these two are equal. So that means x is... Wait, if I cut... Yeah, 44. Alright, we'll check those calculations at the end. A solid piece of silver has mass 2.625 kilograms, volume 250 centimeters. Look at the density in grams per cubic centimeter. So it's 2,625 grams divided by 250 centimeters cubed. That's just it, isn't it? The density. 2,625 divided by 250. I'm juggling too many tabs. All right, 10.5. Okay. Yeah. Work out the gradient of the straight line through minus... Alright, gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So that's 9 minus 3 over 1 minus 2. So it's 6 over 3 equals 2. Okay. Diagram shows... I'm shocked they call it gradient. Why wouldn't it be called gradient? Isn't that normal? Like gradient descent? What do you call it? Oh. The slope? I'm sure we've used the slope as well, but gradient was pretty normal, I think. The diagram shows a wall. The area of the wall is 39.2 meters squared, so it's the trapezium, or in America, as they call it, the trapezoid. So the area is the average of the two opposite sides multiplied by the length. So it's 2.8 plus 2.1 over 2 times length equals 39.2. So that's 2.45. So L equals 39.2 Oh, that mess? Okay, yeah. Calculator. Equals 16. And don't forget the units. You lose a mark for not putting the units. Oh. They put the units for you. They're being very generous. They've been giving us all the units so far. A marathon takes place each year. 2020 there were 6,500 runners. For each of the next 3 years, the number of runners will increase by 5%. Does this predict in 2023 there'll be more than 7,500 runners? 2023. So we've got 2020 equals 6,500. We don't need to calculate each intermediate year, just say 2023, it would be 6,500 times 1.05 to the 1, 2, 3. Right? What do I... Really would be easy if I had a physical calculator here. 0.05. Okay, it doesn't use the same symbols that Google would use, for example. Like I can't use the chevrons. Oh, I see. I have to use this thing. Doesn't your computer have a built-in app? Yeah, it's called Windows Calculator, that's what I'm using. But it doesn't have x to the y. It has x squared. Ah, screw it, I'll just use Google. 6,500 times... Well, unless I change it to maybe scientific mode. There we go. Yeah, okay. 1.05 to the 3 times 6,500. Yeah, they're being kind of generous. They could have made it like 10 years, so they separate the candidates who know how to do power versus the ones who are just going to calculate each one by one. Equals, oops, 7,524. 7,525. Let's just say roughly equal. Which is more than 7,500. So, yes. And a small child or something, yeah. Rearrange A equals B over C plus 5 to make C the subject. 3 marks for this, really? Something you do as an intermediate step for lots of the other questions. Okay. So B over C equals A minus 5. So C equals B over A minus 5. Is that really worth 3 marks? The subject. Yeah, that's definitely common parlance in the UK. Why, what would you call it? I can't think what else you would call it. But, I mean, even at university level, I'm sure that's what I've seen, even under the American system. Isolate C. Interesting. I don't know. Okay, 3 marks there for that. On a restaurant menu, there are 22 main dishes, of which 4 out of 11 are gluten-free. 7 rice dishes, which are all gluten-free. 5 naan breads, of which 40% are gluten-free. This meal deal is on the menu. Choose one main dish. You get picarets instead of landmarks, yes. Never mind that your university choices all depend on this. Even jobs, if you decide not to go to university and go straight to jobs, although not many people do that these days. In the UK, at least. How many of the possible meal deals are totally gluten-free? One main dish, one rice dish, one naan. So we're going to multiply them. Okay, so how many gluten-free? Main. So 8 gluten-free. Rice. 7 gluten-free. Naan. Can't. 4. No. 3. No, 2. What am I saying? The numbers are confusing me. So it's just multiply 8 by 7 by 2? Wait. How many of the possible meal deals? Yes, okay. So 8 by 7 by 2, so 8 by 7 is 56. Is it? So it'll be 112. Okay. Cumulative frequency graph shows information about the masses of 200 apples. Man, I hated this annoying thing here in the corner of the graph. We were always taught not to do that. My physics teacher would actually get angry at us if we did that. Like, there's no reason why you can't just start the graph with 60 here, 65. That's perfectly legitimate to do. But they have these weird squiggly lines to indicate that there's a section that they're skipping a few. It's so annoying. It just makes it misleading because it still has a 0, but that doesn't look like what it would look like if that was a true 0. Alright, so estimate the median mass. Cumulative frequency. So we want the 100th apple, basically. I think it kind of makes sense. Well, it's not. Well, I mean, my point mainly is that it's not used in the real world in graphs, or at least I've never seen graphs do that. Normally, you put on the scale. No, but you can do that equally well just by starting from 60. That's what I'm saying, and then you have a graph which actually looks correct, and it's not trying to It's not trying to indicate that there's the origin, because here they have an origin, and they have a graph. But the origin and the graph are not truly in the right relationship with each other. There's a whole section that you don't know how big. It could be huge, it could be tiny. That's the problem. That's what makes the graph misleading. But if you just start from 60, then there's absolutely no ambiguity. That's absolutely correctly what the graph looks like. That's what my problem is with it. Alright, so it's 83 grams. Apples with mass 90 grams or less cost 32p each. Apples with mass more than 90 grams cost 39p each. Estimate the total cost of the 200 apples. 90 grams. So 90 grams is 100 Wait, what is that? 158 roughly? 156? Okay, wait, where is 90? Oh, it's that dot there. Wait, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, yeah. Let's say about 156. I can't really tell exactly where line crosses. So, what do we do? We just say there's 156 under 90. And 44 over 90. So it would be 156 times 39 plus 44 times 32, and then convert to pounds. So 156 times 39 plus 44 times 32. Oh, so you can do brackets with Windows Calculator. 7492. So that's the cost of 200 apples. Sounds about right. That sounds cheap, actually, to be honest. Given today's prices. Two right-angled triangles and a rectangle. Work out the size of angle X. Okay, fine. What else do we know? Nothing. So we want to find ideally we want to find that line there. So we use, so what do we use again? It's not TOA, it's opposite. No, it is TOA. It's not SOA or COA, it's TOA. So tan 62 equals hypotenuse, let's call that. No, not H, Y. It's not hypotenuse. Y over 5. So Y equals 5 tan 62. Okay. And then to get X, what do? We use so sine X equals 5 tan 62 over the hypotenuse, which is 12. So X equals inverse sine. Alright, I'm sure this calculator is inverse sine. Tan 62 over 12. Google would still probably be quicker. Alright, so we got 5 times we have to open up trigonometry in a separate tab. Tan. Damn it! Tan of 62 2. Why is it trying to do tan 0? Oh, you have to type 62 first and then press tan? 62 tanned times 5 divided by 12. And now we want inverse sine of this. Where's inverse sine? Does Windows Calculator not have inverse sine? Alright, screw it. I'm gonna have to use Google. My calculator in the day, or at least the standard issue ones, definitely had all these inverse functions and more. So you want 5 tan 62 over 12 inverse sine. 5 tan 62 over 12. 5 times tan 62. I mean, this is the first time I've ever used Windows Calculator. That just shows, I don't think anyone really uses it. I don't even know how I do it in Google, though. Just type the words inverse sine. Yeah, it recognizes that. Times 60. Oh, but it's radians. How do I set it to degrees? Just type in. No. 62 is in degrees. I wanted to know that that is degrees. Okay, I just physically type the word degrees. There we go. Then it gives me the answer in radians. No, why is it giving me the answer in radians? That shouldn't be radians. Yeah, it should be. Okay, fine. Say in degrees. There we go, 51.59. 5 tan 62 degrees divided by 12, inverse sine, equals 51.59. Equals 51.59. A and B are positive values. Show that that always simplifies to the same value. Always simplifies to the same value. I'm not sure what, okay, we'll find out what they mean by that. Probably it's a constant or something. Okay, so that is, you can do inverse sine in Windows. If you can, by all means let me know how. I couldn't find the button anywhere on it, at least in scientific mode. 4, so that simplifies to 4a plus 2b over 10a plus 5b equals 2 times 2a plus b over 5 times 2a plus b. And we can cancel those out because 2a plus b can never be 0. Equals 2 out of 5. Second button right next to the sine button. Right next to the sine button, I've got the cosine button. But no inverse sine. I've got sec below, I've got cosine to the right, and I've got... I don't know what that is, 2 to the nd to the left. Two nd second. What does that mean? I have no idea what that means. Well, I don't need to do it now, but next time I do it, I can try that. Is that actually inverse sine? Why wouldn't they just... Oh, second page. It looks like a mathematical expression. That's... You would not think that meant second page at all. Alright. Decagon. A, B, B, C, C, D are four sides of decagon. Of a regular decagon. Oh, okay, it's a regular decagon. Work out the size of angle W. Well, I've only got 40 minutes left. I better... Well, probably got enough time. So these are all the same length. 1, 2, 3, 4 decagons. That means there's 6 more sides over here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And if I were to... 1, 2, 3, 4... Shift arrow, just alt, yeah. Whoa, what am I doing here? Okay, if I draw a line from here... Okay, let's say from here to here. That is also W. And like, what is that angle there? Oh, I see. Yeah, I see what you're supposed to do. You don't. It doesn't matter what. It doesn't even matter what is the rest of the decagons. So we want to find. Just sum those up, and then whatever's left. Okay, so the angle inside a decagon, the standard angle inside a decagon is okay, let's do this from first principles. So this is the full 180. These angles here, let's say theta. Sum of theta equals 360. So there's 10 of them. So 10 times theta equals 360, therefore theta equals 36. Therefore, this angle here is 180 minus 36, so 144. So that's 144. So we've got 3 times 144 plus 2w equals the sum of angles in a pentagon, which I think is 540. So hang on, for a triangle it's 180, for square quadrilateral it's 360. Yeah, I think it's 540. Just add 180 each time. So then w equals 540, take away 3 times 144 over 2. $540 take away 3 times 144. So 54 is 54. That sounds like a number which would have had a much easier way of getting to it. Now that I think about it, 54. It sounds like one of those very regular angle numbers. Whatever. Circle the point that is on the graph of y equals 1 over x. So... Nope. 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 It's this one, right? 1 over 2.5. 0.4. Leo wants to draw a graph of y equals 2 to the x. Here's his graph. Make one criticism of his graph. Criticism? Alright, on first glance it looks like a perfectly valid graph, to be honest. Oh, wait. What's going on up there? Okay, so 2 to the 0 is 1, 2 to the 1 is 2, 4, 8. Yeah, that last point is just in the wrong place. I thought it was going to be something about... Yeah, he's actually got the wrong value. I thought it was going to be something about just like... He didn't draw the axes very nicely or something. 2 to the 4 equals 16. Leo is a numpty. Leo puts the cross in the... Let's try and write better. I don't want to lose marks for bad handwriting. One of these is the graph of y equals 1 plus sine x. Circle the letter above the correct graph. 1 plus sine x, so it's sine x, but you shift it up by 1. So it's definitely not C or D. Those are not sine graphs. Hello, Fallen Thespian. Is it a real GCSE if there isn't a retired teacher shuffling up and down in socks and sandals? Good times. I wonder what other qualifications required to be one of these graders. Like, do you need qualifications? If I was bored this summer, could I actually just apply to be one? I wouldn't want to, but so it's this one, isn't it? It's sine x, you add 1, shift it up by 1. Right angle triangle ABC is the cross section They have quite a lot of geometry stuff in this. Cross-section of a prism. M is the midpoint of CF. AM equals 16. Work out the volume of the prism. So we've got another right angle triangle here. Okay, so there's ABM. ABM is a right angle triangle, as well as ABC. So if we were to find... So we can find BM. So BM equals the square root of 16 squared minus 5 squared equals root 256 minus 25 equals root. Vigilators can be anyone, just seems to pull in the retired teachers normally. Yeah, makes sense. 256 minus 25, so that's 231. Wait, yeah, 231. And now that we know BM, we can use that with BC to get CM. So CM equals the square root of BC squared No. BM squared minus BC squared equals root 231 minus 12 squared, which is 144. Which is 77. Hang on. I can't do basic arithmetic anymore. Add 60 to 142, 90, 87. Square root of 87. And then, so CF, this is 4 marks. We're going to get all these marks. CF equals 2 root 87. You just double it. And then we've got everything we need, don't we? Volume. So now to get the volume, we need volume equals AB times BC over 2. That's the area of the triangle multiplied by CF equals 5 times 12, so 60 over 2 times 2 root 87 equals 60 root 87. 87 looks ugly, but then it's a calculator paper, so maybe it's supposed to be. How do I... Okay, 87 square root 9.3 blah 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 times 60. 559.6. That's quite a lot, isn't it? No, that yeah, that looks about right. Whoops. 559.6. Okay, we've got like 25 minutes left. That's a reasonable amount of time. Quadrilateral ABCD is shown. Work out the coordinates of C when ABCD is rotated 90 degrees clockwise about O. Translated by -6,2. Okay. But it's just C we care about, so we don't have to translate the whole shape. ABCD is rotated 90 degrees clockwise about O. So this is where C is now. If we were to go 90 degrees clockwise, we would go to here. So that's the new C. I don't think we need to draw the whole shape. And then translated by -6,2. So we go -6, 2. And we could actually just draw the whole shape for fun. So it's -5, -2. We'll probably solve that by multiplying by a matrix, by the orthogonal matrix for rotation, whatever. Minus. Yep. Seems right. Triangle PQR. Why so much geometry? I think maybe it's this paper focuses on geometry, and on the next calculator paper, I don't know, some other topics. PQR is shown. When PQR is reflected in a line, P and R are invariant points. So I would guess you're reflecting in the line PR. Circle the equation of the line. Well, it must be this line, and that's just y minus x. Yeah. Factorize 3x squared plus 11x minus 20. 3x x so 20 is 4 times 5, so we could do 5 and 4 like that, and then we got 3 times 5, 15, so it's minus 4 plus 5. 3x minus 4, x plus 5. So that's 3x squared, 15x minus 4x, 11x minus 20. 2 marks there. I mean, what else can you do in an intermediate step? Edith's... Okay, this is a big question. Edith's van got 3 marks for isolating... Yeah, but I could actually write intermediate steps there, even though it was easy. Edith's van can safely carry a maximum load of 920 kilograms. She wants to use her van to carry Can she definitely use her van safely in one journey? So... "30 sacks of potatoes, each of mass 25 kilograms to the nearest kilogram." So we just want to go look at the upper bound. So we want potatoes. It would be 30 times 20. So the absolute worst it could be would be 25.49 something or other. So you can just say 5 as an upper bound point. Boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Yes. Potato. Let's clarify. We're saying upper bound. Stick them in a van. Got carrots. This is probably the longest I've ever listened to the Spyro 2 Summer Forest theme. 20 sacks of carrots, each of mass 7.5 to 1 decimal place. So at worst, they could be just the same argument. 7.55. If it was 7.54, it would be rounded down. 7.55 or more, it would be rounded up. Okay, so what have we got? $30 times 25.5 plus brackets 20 times 7.55. 916. Is that enough working for 4 marks? I don't think so. Let's try something. Given the tolerance level, an absolute upper bound on the weight would be 916 kilograms, which is strictly less than 920. But how much does Edith weigh? They didn't tell us that, did they? So I would argue that she can't use her van safely in one journey. Edith may weigh more than 4 kilograms. But they do specify load. I think load, they specifically implies what you put in the back, so... Given the absolute... Oh, we have to say the answer. So... yes. But, I mean, it would matter, wouldn't it? What Edith's weight is. Okay, probability, yay. These 20 discs are in a bag. 2 of the discs are taken at random from the bag. Work out the probability that the first disc has a smaller number than the second disc. Alright, fine. So what have we... let's put some numbers here. We've got 4 here, we've got 6 here. We've got 7 here. We've got 3 here. Just 1, 2, 3. um. Okay, what kind of probability? The first disk. Specifically the first disk. Okay, so it has to be in order. It's not interchangeable. Okay, so the probability of what would the given event happening equals. I'm going to invoke the law of total probability. I don't even know if that's the right law. I can't remember but this might impress the examiners that I know things. Probability of the given event equals the probability first is 11 multiplied by the probability that the second is greater than 11 plus the probability of first 22 times probability of the second being greater than 22 plus probability first being 33 times probability second is 44. Alright. Equals, so first being 11 is, so it's out of 20, okay. So 4 out of 20 times 16 out of 20 plus 6 out of 20 times 10 out of 20 plus 7 out of 20 times 3 out of 20. So equals, so out of 400, hello Avuvos, should be 16 out of 19, since you picked the first one. It is, but since you told me, I have to carry on with what I've been doing. I mean, because this is a no spoilers GCSE paper, so I'll probably lose marks for that, yeah. Unless, I mean, I probably was going to check my answers afterwards, but doesn't matter. I didn't spot that, so my mistake anyway. So it's 64. Hopefully it's only like 1 mark. Plus 60 plus 21 equals 124, 145. Did it say anything about replacement? No, it didn't. So yeah, it is without replacement. 145 out of 400 is 0.3625. Oh, more questions. Oh man, this more than I realized. Okay, I've only got like 10, 12 minutes left. All right. Horse runs in a field. The speed time graph represents the first 12 seconds of the run. After how many seconds? I spent so much time messing with the calculator as well. After how many seconds had the horse run a distance of 75 meters? All right. So So how many meters has he run here? It's 10 times 4 over 2. 10 times 4 over 2 equals 20. So he's run 20 meters here. So the remaining time we want 45 more meters. 55 more meters. So basically 2, 3, 4, 5.5, 5.5. So that's 5.5. That's 10. So that's 55. It's 20 and it's 75. So 9.5. C graph. Solve this. 5 marks. This is the biggest question of all. Okay. 5 times x squared plus 3 equals 2x times 4x plus 1. So we've got 5x squared plus 15 equals 8x squared plus 2x. It's got 3x squared plus 2x minus 15 equals 0. So 3x. And if the numbers don't work out nicely here, then I know I've made a mistake. So 3 and 5? No. Hang on, so 15, 3 and 5. 3 and 5 would give me 15 and 3. No. 5 and 3. 5 and 5. No. Let me check these again. 5 x squared plus 3 equals 2x times 4x plus 1. 5x squared plus 15 equals 8x squared. Oh, we're not supposed to factorize it. Okay. It's not an issue. They're checking me, you know the quadratic formula. Okay, let me just double check it anyway. 8x squared plus 2x. So it's 3x squared plus 2x minus 15. Okay, quadratic formula. Oh, what's this? X equals minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I'll never forget that. It was actually my granddad who taught that to me long before we learned it at school. Minus 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 minus 4ac. So 12 times 15. So plus 12 times 15 all over 6 equals minus 2 plus or minus the square root of let's just do the square root. So it's going to be 184 in the square root. 184 6. Oh, we can actually factorize this. That's equals 2 times minus 1 plus or minus square root of 46 all over 3. But they want 3 significant figures. Okay, so we do actually have to expand it fully. Square root of 46. So let's start with the plus. Start with the minus. No, start with the plus. Okay, so minus 1 divided by 3 times by 2. 3.85 to 3 significant figures. X equals 3.85. Not gonna have time to check my answers. Square root of 46 minus I hate this calculator. No. Okay. You have to press refresh 2 times for it to clear everything, not once. How do I even type -1? Okay, there we go. Alright, screw it. I need to use Google for this. What am I trying to do? -1 minus root 46 over 3 times 2. -1 minus root 46 over 3 minus 5.19. Minus 5.19. That's it. Alright, I got like 4 minutes left. Does that look right? I can now check this by putting 3.85 back in the original thing. So 5 divided by 5 divided by 4 times 3.85 plus 1. So on the left hand side we got 16.4, and on the right side 2 times 3.85 divided by 3.85 squared plus 3 that doesn't look the same. I got 0.432. I don't even remember what I had before. 0.4. 0.432. What did I have on the left hand side? I've spent so much time messing with calculators. It's... the heck? Did I just play the entire soundtrack? Okay, stop it. Five divided by 4 times 3.85 plus 1. 0.3048. They're not really that close, are they? This doesn't look right. 0.38. 0.30. I wouldn't say that close enough. Okay, I don't have time to do anything other than look at this question again. So minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So it's minus 2 plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 4, minus 4ac. It's going to end up positive, and 4 times 3 is 12 times 15. And 12 times 15 is 180, plus 4, 184. Probably shouldn't have factored out the 2. Let's try typing this. Oh, no, time's up. Okay. Okay, I've definitely made a couple of mistakes here and there. Pencils down. Let's get the marking scheme out. All right. I mean, at this point, you can now speak freely about any mistakes you've noticed I've made. All right. Let's put that back on. There we go. No. Where is mark scheme? I had it open. It's closed it. Okay, there we go. All right, the official marking scheme. All right, so the first question, that's correct. Second question, SAS, correct. So, put that. 5.2 times 10 to the minus 4, correct. A squared, correct. Plots at least 3 points correctly. I think I did that. All 4 points correctly plotted and joined. Yeah, they're joined. Plus or minus half a square. Okay, I think that looks right. Small square horizontally and vertically. I like how they specify exactly the tolerance level of where you plot the points. Mark intention for joining point to point. Okay, yeah, so I got those 2 marks. It's 2 marks. 72. 70 to 7.5. 70.5 to 75. Yeah. Well, they're quite generous here. 70 to 78. Right. 15. Yeah. Venn diagram. You can get marks for drawing a Venn diagram here, or a factor tree. guess what I drew was kind of a factor tree. But a Venn diagram? That's an interesting way of thinking about it. Alright. Write down the roots 2 and 5. With no other roots. Yep. 3.5 turning point. Don't really like calling it turning point. I would just say local minima or whatever. (3.5x). Why do they give you a mark if you say 3.5x? 3.5x is not a valid way of writing it. Oh, no, they're saying if you wrote 3.5x, you get 0. That's what this B0 means. Interesting. Question 8 confused me at first. So I said, cannot tell. Are there now more than 90 people at the party? Oh, the answer is no. This one I didn't understand at first. How many marks is it? Only 2 marks, though. Struggling even seeing the mark scheme. Yeah, This is a very confusing question. So I thought I found examples where the answer is yes and no, so I said can't tell. So they're saying 40 women and 44 men. So they're saying this example where you have 40 women and 44 men. So that's where 8 women left and 2 men entered. That would be proof that... Well, that doesn't prove that's always the case, though. So if you've got 14 women and 44 men... Surprised in 2020 they're still making questions like this where there's a clear binary separation between men and women. I'm just trying to see if I can get 1 mark for whatever I did, but it's... Okay, I got the wrong answer, apparently. NB84 from incorrect working. B1, the values may be seen amongst others. Still don't understand what their example proves. They're saying if you've got 40 women and 44 men, that is one thing that could happen. I agree. What would the ratio of women to men be in that case? It'd be 40 to 44, which is 10 to 11. Oh, I see. I think I was not taking into account these have to be integer values, so there's actually really only one situation it can be, and that's 40 and 44. I didn't take into account that I was accounting for situations that can't actually happen because I was dealing with decimals and stuff. Yeah, okay. That being said, yeah, I am wrong. So they're saying it's absolutely unequivocally the case that, given the information they've given us, we can conclude that there is exactly 40 women and 44 men. There's no other way of getting 10 to 11. Because you can't have half a man arrive to make up the numbers for everything. Okay, fine. So, do I get a mark for anything? I don't think so. No. No. If I'm being honest, I wouldn't give myself the marks for this. This is not really proving anything. Alright, 0. That was a tough one, actually. It shouldn't have been tough if I just thought that there can only be one value, one possible set of values. So I should really just keep track of how many marks I've lost. That's the easier way to calculate it. So I've lost 2 marks so far. Alright, cuboid. Work out the volume of the cuboid. I said 187.5. Yep, correct. Tick one box. It is smaller than the answer to part A. It's smaller than the answer. Yep. That seemed almost deceptively easy. I thought there was some catch here. It's saying, now if you make the surface area smaller, what happens to the volume? Well, the volume goes down as well. Alex and Bev sat 6 tests. Okay, I could have made a mistake here. 44, I said. Yep, 44 is fine. I think I showed enough working. Yeah. 10.5. Oh, wow. There's 2 pages of alternative methods for solving that question. 3 pages, 2.5. 10.5. Digits 1, 0, 5 may have additional zeros before 1 or after 5. But, oh, you get partial marks if you got the wrong answer, but you put too many zeros or something. Okay. Two. Gradient, or the slope, is 2. 16 meters. Yep. So the answer is yes to the marathon question. And I said 7525, which is more than 7,500. Yep. You need a yes, I think. M1 depend. I think you have to say the word yes at some point. Right. B over C equals A minus... So yeah, C equals B over A minus 5. Yeah. Seems fine. $16. 112. Yep. Okay, I made 2 marks, 2 mistakes so far, 2 marks worth of mistakes so far. That's not too bad. Estimate the median mass, 83. Within 82.5 to 83.5. Cool. £74.92 for these apples. Oh no. No, I got it wrong, didn't I? Wait. Why are there all these different numbers? Oh, they're saying what other answers they could have got and what to award them in those scenarios. So 156. You get 1 mark for saying 156. Okay. It's 1 mark. $67.08. Oh. Multiply them the wrong way around. It's 156 times 32 plus 44 times 39. There's my mistake. Alright, so I get 1 mark for saying 156. I don't get the mark for multiplying them correctly. And the accuracy mark, I guess I don't get that either. I think I get 1 mark. Damn it. I think I was confused because I saw under... No, because 156 is a bigger number, I felt like it meant it was over. It was the bigger apples. How do you like them apples? I'll give myself 1 mark. I think I only deserve 1. Wait, okay, no, I might actually get a mark for... Okay, so this is where it went wrong. Do I get a mark for... So it's saying if you used a different number instead of 156, then you get an accuracy mark if you use your number correctly. But what they don't really account for is what if you got the equation wrong. They only seem to care about you getting whether or not you got 156, the number 156 correct. It's debatable. I think this mark scheme doesn't really tell you what to do in my scenario. I got the equation wrong, but then I got the answer correct based on that wrong equation. I think, but without... If it doesn't say what to do in that scenario, I think I just don't get the marks, so... 1 mark. So I lost 2 marks there. Alright, 51.59. Oh, they accept a range. Okay. So between 51 and... Okay. Between 51.5 and 51.6, they'll accept. Okay then. Did you not get a mark for being less than 156 minus less than 200? But what that is saying is if I had a different number instead of 156, which was less, because I read the graph wrong. But I don't think that applies because I read the graph correctly. I had 156, which is the correct number to use. I multiplied it by 0.39 instead of 0.32. So... Oh! So you're referring to this bit here. Oh yeah, they do account for you getting it the wrong way around. Do they? Hang on. No. That's the 44. Yeah, there's no scenario they show you where the candidate has multiplied 156 by 0.39. Every example they show is where they've used a different number instead of 156. And less than 156 minus less than 200 is basically one of these four examples here. This one, 155 plus, well, this one's more than. So, but I didn't hit that example either. It's really weird though. But I think what they're instructed to do is, if the situation is not covered by all these scenarios, then they won't give you the mark. Yeah, it's super strict. It's ironic, isn't it? That, well, for me, at my experience at least, in university, professors are so much more relaxed. Like, if they just saw the right answer and a bunch of stuff, they'll just give you the marks. Like, they don't bother with all this stuff. Well, they are super strict about these standards. Alright, I think I can only award myself one mark there. 19. Show that this always simplifies to the same value. So I get it down to 2/5. Yeah, that's right. Oh, okay, the Decagon. This one I could have... No, 54 seems like a really nice outcome, so it might be right. Yeah, 54. Yep, that's right. Yeah, what I was doing there with the rest of the Decagon. So this, you don't need this. I don't think I would have got anywhere with that, because I have this missing angle here, which can't really work out. Circle the point that is on the 2.5, 0.4. Yep. Make one criticism of his graph. Leo put the cross in the wrong place. Valid criticism. Yeah. Leo didn't pay attention in school. That's my reason. A. 559.6 looks... The number looks a bit weird, but... What question is this? 23. 559.6. 559.6. Oh, just within the boundaries, yeah. 60 root 87. That's exactly what I put, isn't it? Yeah, so we're good. Nice 4 marks there. Quadrilateral, -5, -2. Yeah. Do you need to show any extra -5, -2 marked on diagram and answer -2, -5? Yep. (24) B. Y equals -x. Yep. So this paper was quite geometry heavy. I don't know if the students are told which papers have more of which topics in them. I can't remember if they even... I know the calculator and the non-calculator, you're normally told that this one, the calculator will have certain topics and the non-calculator will have certain topics. But I don't think there's any separation of topics across calculator papers. It's just up to whatever they do. So I think you just have to prepare for anything for both papers. 3x - 4, x + 5. So I said upper bound was 916 for the potatoes and the carrots. Yep, 916, and yes. Using only lower bound, blah blah blah, condone. Yep, cool. Alright, I know I made a mistake here. Hopefully it's 1 mark I lost. Alright, so I said 145 out of 400, which is about 0.3625. Which is wrong. And it's outside of their boundaries. Okay, fine. I would imagine you lose 1 mark for using replacement instead of without replacement. Let's see if they say something about this. Oh my god, there's 4 pages of... Five pages of this. Using 4... Oh, here we go. This is what they're saying. So, using 4 out of 20 by 16 out of 20. Is that what I wrote? Yes, this is exactly the error I made. Etc. Can score M1, M0, M0, A0. What does that mean? Or SC2? I think they're saying I get 1 mark altogether, and I get... No, wait. There's M1, M0, M0, A0. So... But that's 4. There should be 5 marks. No, it's 4 marks. Oh, so they're actually saying I only get 1 mark for the whole lot. Are you kidding me? I get 1 mark for all of this just because I put 20 instead of 19? Am I reading this right? Oh my god. How many pages are there for this? Oh no, this is different. M1, M0, M0, A0. What's SC2? Okay, I'm gonna have to refer to the first page for this, where it explains what some of these things mean. SC, special case. Marks awarded for a common misinterpretation which has some mathematical worth. SC, so they said SC2. So I think they're saying special case 2. You get 2 marks. But then why do they say... Alright. So okay, so I think what they're saying is... Where is it? You can score 1 mark, 1, 0, 0, 0, or 2. But I think that's dependent on whether you actually did the rest of the method correctly or not. So I think they're asking you to make the choice depending on what you've seen. And looking at my own calculations, I'm pretty sure I did everything else correctly. So I would... I think it would be correct to say I fell into SC2 here. So I would give myself 2 marks. I think what they're saying is you have to look at each M and A and see if they hit that. It's really confusing though. But whatever. They said SC2, so I'm taking it. SC2. So I lost 2 marks there. Alright, 28. $9.5. Yep. And I did show working, it was just up there. Okay. This, I think I might have got this wrong. 29. $1.93 and minus 2.59. I feel like this was all because I couldn't type into the calculator properly. Let's see. 3x squared plus 2x minus 15. So I got that correct. So I got M1 for this. Alright, let's read through these one by one. The first one, did I hit that? M1? Yes. Yeah, I wrote exactly that. Okay, expanded. So I got M1. Did I get M... Is this another separate mark, or... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, so these are the separate marks. So you get 1 mark for expanding. I did that. 5x squared plus 15, 8x squared plus 2. Yep, I did that. So I get the second mark. Third mark if you wrote 3x squared plus 2x minus 15. I did exactly that. So I get 3 marks so far. Fourth mark for writing out the quadratic formula. So minus third plus or minus 1/3 root 46. I had that all multiplied by 2. Oh, there's my mistake. I had a 2 here, which was supposed to cancel with the 2 from the 6, so that 2 should have disappeared altogether. It shouldn't be there. So basically I had an extra 2. But aside from that, I had minus 1 plus or minus root 46 over 3. Visible. Oh no, I did write this though, the line above it. Minus 2 plus or minus root 184 over 6. Yes, I had that. So I got that mark, M1, for getting that far. And then I just failed the accuracy for that. Okay, so I got 4 out of 5. If I'm going by this scheme, I think that's correct. Alright then, so what's my final grade? So I lost 2, 4, 6, 7 marks altogether. That's actually disappointing. The last paper I lost 2 marks. So I got... So it's out of 80. So I got 73. Am I still on track for a grade 9? Maybe. What are the big grade boundaries anyway? GCSE grade boundaries. 9 equals high A star. Well, okay, A stars don't exist anymore though, so 9. Is there even a guidance for what 9 means? AQA mathematics grade boundaries 9, 206. 206. So are they always out of 2? Oh, they're always out of 240. All subjects are out of 240 altogether, except OCR where the mark's out of 300. So if I get 206 out of 240, I get a 9. And so far I have 151. So I only need about 105 more marks. Sorry, not 105. 55. I need 55 more marks. So that's... I'd have to... I think I'm good. I'm good. We'll see. We'll see tomorrow. Let me look at that again. So it's 206 out of 240. What is that as a percentage? 206 out of 240. So the overall percentage you need to get is 85.8% at least. Interesting. That feels like roughly what A star was back in the day. But 9 is supposed to be stricter than A star, isn't it? It's like upper A star, and 8 is a lower A star. Just saw the center number. Yeah. Alright. I think I'm still going to pass maths and still get a good university and a good job. So there's still hope. Let me bring up my Excel sheet again, which shows my predicted grades by my own prediction. And I have no idea. I may be way off. There. So I'm predicting a 9 for maths because I feel like not maths is my specialty, so I shouldn't get anything less than a 9. Well, I'll be very disappointed. Predicting a 9 for computer science, even though I never took it in GCSE and I have no idea what's in the syllabus. I'm hoping that my programming knowledge will be enough. But you never know, it could just be a completely different subject altogether, which has nothing to do with actual computer science. And for the others, I don't know. Chemistry, I'm the least confident in because there's all stuff like moles and salts and things that I don't remember. Hydrocarbons, alkenes, alkanes. Biology may be slightly better. I mean, I'm supposed to be good at biology because I was doing my PhD in bioinformatics, but that's not really the same thing as GCSE biology. Electronics and physics are both involve lots of maths, so I would hope I at least get the mathsy equations right. Even if I don't remember what like D-types are or MOSFET transistors. I can still remember the names of them, so maybe I do remember them. I don't know. Geography, I have mixed feelings about because the world has changed since then, so for all we know, geography could be completely different. I mean, rocks and volcanoes and stuff are still the same, aren't they? So... Oxbow Lakes. I remember Oxbow Lakes. So if there's a question on Oxbow Lakes, I think I might nail that one. I might add statistics. I'm going to have to look up statistics and see what it's like. If it involves a lot of coursework, then probably I shouldn't count it, because it's more coursework than exams. But yeah, why did I start with maths? I'm starting with my favorite, and it's all going to go downhill from here. Alright, anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully that was formative, and hopefully people learned something. I don't know if anyone learned anything. Did I learn anything? No, my mistakes were just daft mistakes. Last time I did learn something, I learned what cyclic quadrilateral is yesterday. I don't remember what that is, but apparently it means you have a quadrilateral where the two opposite angles add up to 180 in both cases. The two opposite angles, yeah, add up to 180. I don't know what the use of that is, but apparently that's a cyclic quadrilateral. I suppose that means it's like a kite, it's symmetrical. Still don't see the use in it. Here, I just made dumb mathematical errors. Alright, cool. Tomorrow I'll do the last paper because I'm itching to see what happens with my maths grade overall. Alright, see you later. Fallen Thespian and Coup and Bad for Beans. And who else was there? Avuvos. Thanks for stopping by, even though your first comment was spoiling one of the questions. That's absolutely fine. I'm pretty sure I wouldn't have spotted that mistake anyway, because I didn't have time to check my answers afterwards, so you didn't actually spoil anything, Avuvos. Okay, this Spyro music is also driving me mad. Let's see you next time.